Hey everybody, I hope all is well. So, if this is your first time tuning in, go ahead on and hit that subscribe button. So what happened? I was just recording and I had an issue with my phone. So I figured I wanted to finish this reading, and so I'm doing a part two. Part one would be on the you actually would have to go and look on the channel, but part two will be here. Okay, just in case you need this. So I was already just saying that someone was a gold digger. Okay, and I want to start this off by saying if anyone is sending any negative energy my way, it's going to be returned back to sender. All right, automatically off back. We already before you even get here to this, it's gonna be cut off. Okay, your energy. Alrighty. So let's keep this moving. So I started off by saying that somebody's about to break up with somebody. Okay, and some has to do with recognizing the truth. The truth is coming out and recognizing the truth about some different situations. Okay, and it's a woman that he's been dealing with that is a gold digger. Okay, and she is sneaky. She might be into giving up her cheeks. I didn't say that on the first one, but she might be, for some of y'all, she has a hidden agenda. She's a cheater. And I've been doing a series of readings and they kind of all line up. Okay. So this woman whom is, because it's right here now, is the Queen of Swords. Okay. It's the Queen of Swords. Oh, here it is. The Queen of Swords. That's what I was talking about last night. Okay. Whoever this Queen of Swords is in your life. Okay. But she is the one I believe that is being discussed here. Okay. And it's time to move on from the relationship. It's just the trash card is that it's time to move on. Okay. It's not of any further use. There's nothing that they can do with this individual. Okay. Because I feel like it's run its course. They're a gold digger. They don't really want them. As a matter of fact, they involved with somebody else and they've been trying to hold on to somebody for their money. Okay. And so it's time to move on. Okay. Again, that person's with someone else, but they are dealing with somebody else for their money. It's like some type of sneaky or three-way situation. Okay. But I was also saying for some of y'all, this might be like some sister wife type of situation, or where somebody in a family dynamic is trying to make someone else be with somebody else. Okay. So it's a family dynamic, whereas let's say that it might be two sisters. Okay, let's say it's a stepsister, let's say that it's a cousin or whatever it is. Okay, and they want to be with they don't want you living in luxury. Like they have this thing out for you, they have a thing out for somebody else. Okay, and they want their life pretty much. Okay, this is kind of all this information that's been coming out. This person may want this other person's life, trying to be them. Okay, and so and now it's become apparent based off. Again, I've had multiple readings, so it's become apparent, like some information has been coming and been released, that a person knows the truth now, and so it's time to go. Okay, they've been causing challenges between amongst some people. Okay, come to find out, they may have been causing challenges amongst some twin souls. Okay, or yeah, they've been causing challenges amongst some people that are destined to be together. Okay, and I think that he was not thinking that he was trying like to do some type of three-way situation, or trying to be with more than one at the same time, have his cake and eat it too type of thing. But he was hurting himself. Okay, he was hurting him and his other half. Okay, by making these decisions. Okay, it's a very sticky situation. All right, because a lot has been done in these situations to try to keep this person from living the life that is destined for them. This is their destiny. This is why no matter what these people have done, it doesn't prevent the person from moving forward and living this, because this is their destiny. This is what it's like trying to steal from. Let me give you an example. The type of energy this is like trying to steal Jesus's birthright. I don't even want to say Jesus. What I really wanted to say was, but some of y'all not gonna understand this. But it's like trying to steal the Mona Lisa's birthright energy, like somebody that's really important, and they're trying to steal what is destined for them. This is like we're talking about someone extremely, like the energy of this person in the spiritual realm is this person is very important, and you have a fakie coming in, trying to come in and steal that energy. Do you know how that's a lot of repercussions to that? And what is not understood is that you can't always see the repercussions. You don't know why things are going bad like that. There it is, the cat, the straw. So something happened, and it was like the straw. They say the straw that broke the camel's back, type of thing. Okay, so it's the thing they did. This one last thing they did, it just told everything. Like it showed everybody. It showed a lot of people what was going on. It was illuminated, and there's nothing else that this masculine can do. Okay, he understands now that this person was not thinking, because they didn't have the authority to make these certain type of decisions that they were making, or things that they were doing. That's not in their ranking to do these type of things. Okay, and so um they're discovering though that uh he's not hurt about leaving the relationship. He or she, they're not going to be hurt when they walk away. And for some of y'all collective, they see that you were not hurt. They're discovering that you are not hurt by them being with that other person too. Okay. And that they cannot manifest your coins. They can't manifest your destiny. Okay. You're not a fool. You're not just out there on something. You are focused. Okay. And what is going on is that this masculine may now be, and coming into the future, or the feminine could now be focused on you. Okay. Something that is understood is that this is why y'all been having a challenge with what's going on with your intimacy, is because this other person has been in the way. Okay. So we have the Queen of Swords, and we have the Queen of Swords, and we have the Nine of Cups in reverse. Okay. So what I wanted to say, because it's in my mind right now, and I better say it because it's in the middle of my reading. So um, for some of y'all that this reading is about, some of you are maybe very high up beings. Okay, some of y'all are not. Um, you're not just the average person. You're not just anybody. Okay, so no matter what was going on, if it was meant to be, it was going to be because of who you guys are. Okay. Now, if it's not meant to be, then it's not meant to be either. And that's just because of who you guys are. All right. But she is not. Hmm? She's not content. Okay. So this Queen of Swords is not content. Okay. So let me go to these cards over here. I got to go to my special deck. Okay. We ain't calling on you, spirits. Remember that. Let's get to the nitty. Let's see, because has a lot to do with angel work. I had said also on the other video that he is a lot of information coming out, and like the way that it was going down was making it seem like um mhm, you were being obedient about something in 2018. Okay, in 2018, you were being obedient about something spiritually by going on your own solitude, because somebody has some plans, some wicked plans, and you're being redeemed from that situation. It started in 2018, by the way. Okay, so I love these cards because this is straight with it. These cards were made by somebody, and I don't know who the person was. Why I was saying like that, like why somebody. No, I read the box, and it said it was made by someone that's in the occult. So I don't know. I just I'm grateful for these cards. But I always say these is like my Ouija board cards. They are, yeah. I felt it. These are like the Ouija board on cards. What card, like when it comes out? So I have to always use a disclaimer, and I always tell you guys, if you see anything on these cards, any names, and it's in red, do not read that name. Don't look at the red parts. Okay, if it's in black, you can look at it. But red, no. Okay, and that's because you will be calling on just a mere sight. You'll be calling on demons. Okay, you don't want that. So what I always say, because I see the name sometimes, so I always say that look, I'm not. None of you demons are welcome in here. You got to go. Okay, I'm about to do that a couple times a day. Okay, some people are not afraid of spirits. They've been dealing with spirits all their lives. I'm one of them people. I'm not afraid of spirits. Okay. Somebody has been lying. So the person was lying. Somebody been really lying, doing some real trashy stuff. Couldn't find out. It said since 2018. And I feel like the masculine has found out about it. Okay, or he's about to find out about it. Feminine, you might be finding out about it. Okay, and vice versa. Okay, whoever and whatever this is, but the information is out. Okay, and you could tell energetically if you just pay attention to what you see in the media, what's going on in entertainment, what's going on just around here, you could see that there is a shift happening. Okay, and this shift that's happening is some people cannot see that because they're like a zombie. They're like just stuck. They can't see that there is a shift happening. So you were being obedient about something, but somebody lied, okay, and said that you they said some a lie about you, okay, and so they can delay you breaking up something that was going on, some wickedness, okay, okay, um, okay, breaking up whatever this was that was going on, okay, a lot a lot of lies. I'm double on the blasphemy. So somebody said something about you that was a straight up lie, or they lied on the masculine. I'm kind of feeling like that too. Somebody may have lied on a masculine. Okay, I'm gonna be careful because we lie. So I'm gonna be careful on what I say. If I feel like it's too much, I'm gonna hold back a little bit just to put it out there. Somebody wants to distract you. They don't want you heard. They don't want what you got to say to come out. Okay, it's the Queen of Swords. Okay, propagation of light. Okay, so they see slavery and Brahma. So they were trying to hide you. They were trying to hide the light. Okay, some of these people are like I use the word occult. Some of them may be occultists. Okay, they may be into trying to hide the truth of things. They may be into dark. We know for sure this person is a witch. I said this. They're a witch. So they're into dark arts. Okay, you have spiritual wisdom. Okay, they don't like that. Okay, doubled on the angel spiritual wisdom. Okay, ever since they might have started seeing it when you turn 25. Okay, or 25 years ago. Okay, or when you turn 27, something happened. Okay, when you turn 27, something you went through some type of transformation. Okay, so yeah, spiritual wisdom that you've been used. They have been using some type of black magic. I just said it. Okay, and they were trying to keep you stuck, keep you as some type of slave. Okay, but at the same time, you were about to get your wings. Like you might be some type of earth angel or something, but some of you are not. Okay, so whatever this is, you were like you were starting to shine. You were starting to shine, and people were starting to see the light within you, and they didn't want you to change. They didn't want the image of you to change. Okay, because somebody was very prejudiced. Okay, and they are very ungrateful, and they feel like you are. They did some messed up stuff, and it was for no reason. Proof they did okay. So they did something messed up, cowardly action. So somebody did something really bad. Okay, they did something bad. Okay, and they did it all for nothing. Okay, they feel like you're ungrateful. Okay, but at the same time, they're prejudiced. Somebody was prejudiced or prejudging you based off of something else. Okay, um, and thought that they thought that you were ungrateful. Okay, um, but at the same time, they were being ungrateful for you in their life. Okay, now she was. I said she was being the Queen of Swords. Okay, is prejudiced and ungrateful. Okay, she did something really bad, and she did it for nothing. It didn't benefit her at all. Now he's trying to get out the way. Okay, they both may be and find peace. Okay. Mm-hmm. Something's coming to a straight end. The apocalypse. Okay. Somebody's, you know, this person is a this Queen of Swords again. Come to find out, is really scandalous. So I feel like, let me see something really here, real quick. Yeah. So come to find out that you're the one that's trying to find the peace. Okay. Like whatever was going on, you just were moving forward and trying to find the peace. You what they did was like unfruitful. It didn't benefit them or nobody else. Okay. But they see that you weren't really saying much, staying to yourself, and you was making your own coins. So they can't hold that back. That's something that they can't hold back. Okay. Poison fruit. Somebody poisoned somebody's fruit. Okay. Somebody may have poisoned somebody's fruit. I just came to me. Okay. And almost killed somebody based on giving them poison fruit, poison berries. Okay. All right. So right now, somebody's being criticized. Okay. And asking for mercy for trying to mess with the way that you were living. Okay. For trying to mess with the way that the collective had been living. Okay. 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 Some of you need to get away from your area. So energy kind of sits. Sometimes you need to go ahead on and make some movements. Okay. Somebody is somebody else's lucky charm. Okay. Somebody was always blessed when you were in a energy. Okay. And or they were in your energy. Okay. And you were like their good luck charm. You were like they were doing well around you, and like they were doing much better. And now um they can tell, they can feel the difference. It's a lot of damage has been done. I see the word damage a lot right now. And so they've done a lot of damage to um what you guys had going on. Okay. There's damage. Somebody may have been, somebody's hurt. Somebody may be physically hurt. Okay. Somebody involved, I see the number 60, might be physically hurt. Okay. Um, you might be free from the Queen of Swords may have hurt you, or she's hurt. Somehow she got hurt, or she didn't hurt you. Somebody got hurt though, physically hurt, and it might have been him. It might be the masculine. He might have been the one that got hurt. Okay, dealing with the Queen of Swords. This information might be coming out on how he got hurt. So he may have thought that you had something to do with it, collective, and come to find out it's the Queen of Swords might have had something to do with it. Because I said that in my reading last night, she had something to do with, she was setting it up. But you heard what I just said about some fruit, poisoning somebody's fruit and stuff too. These are people that were, these people may have known it, like everybody may know one another, or may have been in the same, may have been close to one another. Okay. For some of y'all, some of this is not, some of these people are just straight strangers. All right. Take that as that resonates. Okay. What I mean by that is that other, like the Queen of Swords may know the other persons, she may not. Okay. But anyways, but you're free from whomever these people are. Okay. And you gained wisdom. Okay. You're in the energy of love, you're dealing with love, and you gain some wisdom. You even know that you're not that easy to take out. You learned that too, that you're not that easy to take out. Sometimes seeing is believing, and when you see something, this is the problem with being able. Sometimes being blinded by something is your saving grace, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes it is, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because sometimes when you see something, you get hurt. Let me say it again. Sometimes when you see it, you feel it. Like, for instance, you could have a scratch on your arm or a big cut on your arm, and because you don't see it, it don't hurt. But as soon as you see it, then it's a problem. And that's the problem with sight. That's what happened. Hold on. Mm-mm. Let me tell you. So what happened? This is also in it. So something has been going on for some time, but you could not see it. Okay, you weren't aware, and you could not see what was happening. So you weren't bothered by it. But as soon as it was illuminated, or you were able to see that something was going on, it affected everything and brought on some challenges. Okay. And like I said, meanwhile, somebody's a gold digger. Somebody's dealing with a gold digger. Okay. And I kind of feel like I might pull two more. I kind of feel like I should stop here. It had actually affected something. Okay, so everything was good, and that's how they feel. Like, well, everything was good at first was because you didn't know something wasn't illuminated, but it was time to wake up. God was ready to show you some things that have been going on. Okay, the word scapegoat is very prominent too. So I'm assuming this queen of swords was making somebody else. I didn't pull enough tarot because all I have out here is the queen of swords. Actually, the queen of cups. The Queen of Swords, the Queen of Cups is not a fool. She knows the focus. So you might be collecting the Queen of Cups right now in that energy. And we have the Emperor in reverse. That's the only ones that are out here. Okay. So it might be the Emperor in reverse is a fake emperor or somebody that was abusing their authority. Okay. He wasn't thinking when he was abusing his authority. That's what it was. Now you know. A lot of this was for you to learn, collective, about some things and understand learn about good and evil. Okay. Unfortunately, somebody came up from overseas. Okay. Now, and maybe other people are learning about good and evil. Okay. I felt that heat hitting my back. Okay. 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 War and violence. Okay. So something about, ooh, I don't know if this is caused, what they've been doing has caused a war, or it's going to cause a war. Okay. Whatever they did, they may have just caused a war overseas. So I'm not going to go too far into that because that might be something that's only a few people know about that. But whatever they did has been has affected something that can be causing some type of war or violence overseas. Okay, or somebody came from overseas and started something. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And now they want forgiveness for what they've done. Somebody's going to be asking for forgiveness for what they've done, what they caused. They caused this war, this battle, and it really. Sometimes I'm gonna just say this. I don't know if it's related, but sometimes something so small can cause so much big damage. Okay, and cause somebody's small action could, because something that appears to be so small and insignificant, these small and insignificant events can cause big catastrophe. The word I saw was apocalypse. Okay. And the part that's even more amazing to me, rebellion. Some rebellion, these some fallen angel energy, like I just said. So for some of y'all, so but it's also something I want you to understand. If something happens on the human or the physical realm, right? What as above, so below. You heard that. So that means that something's happening up above. Okay. When something's happening below, something's happening above. Okay. And so then that's where ignorance comes in at, because if you're not learned, you don't know these type of things, you wouldn't understand that. Okay. And so what was happening on earth, what so the mistakes of those that might be above, okay, could be causing some type of negative energy as it pertains to wars and stuff on the physical realm. Okay. And so that's why I have to say this in such a way, and not try to say too much, because I want to leave it real plain and simple for some of y'all. So understand that even though on you guys are, that's what makes people important, everybody important, because you guys are maneuvering, are playing out things on physical that's actually happening up above in the spiritual. Okay. So if you're watching how people move and the way things are happening on the physical, then you're going to kind of get an understanding what's happening in the spiritual. Somebody slept with somebody's husband in this in the spiritual. Okay. This information though has really, you know, caused a rift. Okay, this stuff coming out because they thought that they were taking over. Somebody that they were taking over up there. Okay. They thought they were taking over. It's like hell thinking it's taking over heaven type of energy, you know. Um, or I could even take it a little bit further. It would be like, um, oh my gosh, it would be like in my. I don't want to say this like this. Don't take it this what I'm about to say as what I'm saying, okay? But I'm using this as a good example, okay? But do not take this as what I'm saying. This would be like Harry and Meghan coming over to destroy something, okay? Because it's not them, all right? Or them coming and trying to take certain people out so they're next in line for to rule. It's that type of energy, okay? But I'm not saying it's them at all. It's not them. But I just want you to get an idea of like if it was like an important family, okay, up above, okay, and like the ones that are in line, they're like if something happens to all these people, then you're next in line to rule. It's like they're trying to make this where they were the ones that were supposed to be ruling the whole time. Thank you. That's it. That's it. He said thank you. That's it. So you would have the fake ones pretending to be the real ones. And so what happens is, in the schools they've been studying. This is why I say they said the schools they actually been studying these beings and stuff. But so it would be like, or they made the stories up. But anyways, it's like they would have the so the ones that like are down the line, okay, like they're pretend this is a royal spiritual family, okay, and they would have the wife of one somehow act like she was the wife, the real wife, okay, so it'd be like the brother's wife, okay, acting like she was the actual wife. They must look similar in some type of way, and she acted like she was the wife, and she came in and did some things and destroyed stuff, and they try to do a switcheroo and act like the other one was the other one's wife. But all in all, like do a switcheroo, right? But all in all, the other two were still working together to destroy the main two, but they were doing it secretly. This is really bad when that information come out, huh? Fraud and misrepresentation. What I just tell you, okay? So he would be like, "Oh my, this is my wife," and trying to destroy her, and she would be doing different things to break him down. And all in all, neither one of them is supposed to be with him. And I know this is. I actually was talking about a different story about this the other night about some situations that had taken place. It was similar to this, where it was two of them, and they were supposed to be with the other two, but they end up. But she wanted to be with the dude. The girl wanted to be, which was supposed to be a friend, wanted to be with the other dude, and the other dude ended up doing something to rape the other girl. Again, anyways, I ain't gonna go too far, but you get my point. You get my point, okay? Um, some foul stuff. This were all adults, by the way, in this story I'm talking about. Just to put that out there for some people, because there's been some foul stuff we've been talking about. But this right here is supposed to be amongst all people that were old enough at the time. And actually, we're gonna leave it there because they actually may not have been, but we're gonna leave that there. Okay, redemption. Okay, so you guys are being redeemed. The actual original couple is being redeemed from all of this. You want to know something that's really odd and ironic at the time, and see what's really cold about this. This is really cold, what I'm about to say. But it was all that going on, right? But there is a person in the back of my mind as I'm thinking about that, when I'm thinking about that story, it was a whole nother individual that was on the sidelines who seemed like they were not even significant in the story. But I believe they were right, probably the most important person in all of it. They didn't deal like it's so strange. It's something I'll probably share later. But while all this was going on, all this chaos was going on, there was another person who was in the mix of it, but they weren't like nothing to do with the situation at all, none of the chaos. And so the love wouldn't have been able to be expressed on that side of the fence because it was already all this chaos going on. So you could have missed, somebody may have been in the middle of some type of mess and was missing out on a lover. hmm Because they couldn't even notice or see their lover because of all the chaos that was brewing around them. So they couldn't even see who their lover truly was because they were doing all they can to distract them to keep them from being together. That's major right there. I just picked that one up. It just hit me because it's this one person, and I remember like the person having good vibrations, like, but it felt foreign. It felt really bad at the time because of all that was taking place. It was so much happening, and this person had nothing to do with none of these other people. He just kind of like when a person just kind of secretly comes on the scene type of energy, and it's like, oh, you don't know. No, I don't know because this other stuff is going on. It was a whole lot of lies. I can't even tell you, even the way the whole picture was painted back then, it was all just complete lies. They actually were creating stories about fictional people. They were creating stories about people to make it seem like something else, like it was something else. They weren't being honest about anything. And this was going on for some time. So your lover may have been with somebody else because they thought that other person was you. Like, oh, that can't be that one. They're, something else is going on. They're crazy, whatever. Okay. All right. So they were, whatever this was that had happened, um, they were told lies and did all that to protect. There's been a lot of that. So they've been trying to keep protecting the criminals, the people that actually did it. Actually, the Queen of Swords was trying to protect the criminals. I can kind of probably tell you that she was trying to protect the bad guys, the ones that actually committed the crimes. Okay, whatever these crimes may have been. Okay, all righty. But again, somebody's prejudice in here. So somebody obviously is of one nation that's different from the other. Okay. And they did some real cowardly stuff. I see swords. I see an animal. When I say cowardly actions, I see an animal. So I don't know if they had an animal come in and stick the animal on somebody, have a dog, an animal or a dog maul somebody, try to kill. I want to say maybe a kid, um, or something. I remember when I was a kid. As a matter of fact, speaking of, maybe this is what it is. I remember when I was a kid, I had a relative that had a dog, sicked a dog on me. So what if this could be like some of the same stuff? Have the dog like bite me in between the legs on my thigh. Okay. So, and I remember I thought that, yeah, I thought that was so like, dang, the same cousin She pushed me down a hill, to roll down a hill at a park. It was like to be mean. And so maybe this cousin is the one, not for me, but maybe for some of y'all, because I understand who I am. It was a relative or a cousin that who is perceived as such, that has something to do with all of this. Okay. Um, but that's pretty much it. Let me see what. Okay, it's a family member, because usually your enemies are coming from this Bible. Now it's in the book of Matthew, chapter 10. Okay, your enemies will be members of your household. So that means that it had to be some type of family members. Um, it had to be some type of family members or people that you lived with. Let me say it again. It could be members of your household. They didn't say that, the word didn't say that they had to be blood related. So that just means that it's people that you live with, people that are in the same household as you. It didn't have to be your family. It just was people you were living with. Okay. Somebody said you didn't love yourself. They thought that you didn't love yourself. Okay. Told a lot of lies. Thought you didn't love yourself. Okay. All right. I'm about to hurry up with this. Deceit in reverse. So the lies are no longer working. Okay. You know that. Okay. They want you to be off balance. Okay. And they don't want you, they want you stuck in a cycle. 36 might be a number that's significant. Okay. Okay. You understand that they can't block you though. You already know from up there they can't block you. They want you that way, but they can't block you because you're learning about your identity. Identity is the key. You're learning about who you really are. And so they can't get in the way. Okay. They don't want you being a leader either. They don't want you leading or anything. Okay. All right. Let's see. They don't want you realizing that this is, you're in a new life. They don't want you realizing that you're in a new life. Okay. And that you are actually considered like a leader. You're not in survival mode. You don't realize that you're not in survival mode, and you moving forward, okay, to knock out them goals so you can get to your abundance. Okay. 36 is significant. This is the year. This is your year to do so. Okay. Okay. Hmm. You're gonna have to put in some work. Okay. You're gonna have to put in some work so you can um you're not being yourself. You gotta be yourself. Drink some water. Okay. Some of you may need to go take a trip by the water to cleanse. Okay. Okay. You got too much to do to be busy. You got way too much to do to be considered to be busy, collective. Okay. And so going back to what I was saying about the gentleman, I want to make sure about him abusing authority. He said, I heard about what they was doing. Miss Queen of Swords and the Emperor in reverse, the person that was abusing their authority, they didn't even have the authority to be doing all of that. Okay, and the law is aware of it. There's some spiritual and physical law that is aware of it. Okay. hmm Spiritual and physical. Okay. Because somebody may have been being watched. I've been seeing the eyes too. They have been watching, see, because these people were lying and telling lies. So they were already watching. See, that's the thing about it. When you lie and you get all this, you do all this stuff, and then they're gonna find out the truth. They're gonna find out the truth because you didn't put the radar on the person. See, it's like you destroying, like it's like this life is like with like a whole lot of mirrors, right? There's a lot of mirror activity going on. So everything is kind of reflecting back to the person, right? So it's like, okay, if you told some lies about something, it's still going to be illuminated that you are the one that is doing the lying. It can't help but turn out to be that way. You need to go ahead and put that away. Okay. So you had to face your shadow. Okay. You had to face your shadow or do shadow work. Okay. And this is a part of your life purpose. You're living in your purpose. What I wanted to say, which is that's important about this, is that sometimes what happens is some people are not your shadow. Okay. But you did have to face your shadow. And I'm gonna say this, that sometimes people we're fed certain information. Okay. We're fed certain information, and depending on what, and the person may can manipulate a couple of situations, right? And just after those couple of situations, the brain, the mind itself could go into a cycle to be conditioned to think negative. And if you're powerful, you could be creating also negative experiences based off of what you experienced those couple of times. You understand what I'm saying? So sometimes you don't have to be something negative doesn't have to be happening each time. Your brain will begin to create negative experiences too, based off of the couple of things that they already did. So your imagination starts to become negative or dark based off of the couple of experiences that they actually did. So each time the person doesn't have to be doing something negative, but they can be reinforcing it with their words. These women, they like to these women, I said witches, like to some of them are good with their words. Okay. So they'll go ahead on and say some negative things. They'll go ahead on and say lies or say negative things to put in your subconscious, and then from there they expect you to create some negative stuff. So you have to be careful. I'm not saying they weren't doing anything bad, of course they were, but some of this was mind games as well. They're playing a lot of mind games and manipulating technology, hacking, and all these different things, so they could affect you in a negative way and make you look a certain way. Okay. They obviously, on top of that, did something too, based off of the reading that I just did last night. So go back and look at it. But I think I'm gonna leave this here. I already feel the energy. I can feel somebody was trying to drain their life, somebody's life force, and they thought that. And then on top of that, so I said it was a Queen of Swords, right? Something about forgiveness in reverse. So I said that somebody was a Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords also might be into energy harvesting. The Queen of Swords, that's why you need to be very careful. I've been talking about this, about them making themselves look younger. So you got some of these women that are old, they're like old, I would say hags, but they're like old women. And they have been utilizing and harnessing energy people, from peer people, and a lot of times children. Okay. So you have to be careful of some of these women that have a gang of foster kids. Women have a gang of foster kids, and they evil as hell to these kids. Be very careful. If you a male and you are somebody and you hear this under the sound of my voice and you know certain people and they mean the kids and they got a gang of them and they happen to be looking young, there it is. That's your answer right there. She's harnessing the life force, scaring these kids, harnessing the life force from these kids. I'm telling you like it is. I'm telling the truth. Because that's something I've been picking up in the energy too. So somebody might be having a gang of kids, or having a gang of foster kids, adopting a gang of kids, and she's looking real young. She's taking the life force from these children. There's people that can actually leave their body, astral project to another body, and be taking the energy from these kids. Heard what I said. It's time for change.